Welcome everyone to the Existential podcast. I'm your host Jonas. I'm joined by my two co-hosts Hunter and Jeremiah. Today we're going to be talking about Predetermined Reincarnation friends. How you guys doing today?
I'm just getting over the flu, so I'm gonna be sounding a little bit sick this episode. You might hear a coughing, so I apologize in advance, but I'm doing a lot better now.
Yeah, doing good, just as usual.
Nice. Good. That's good. So today's episode is a little strange because I haven't found anything on something like this. I literally thought about this while delivering fuel somewhere, and I was like, "This is strange." So I wanted to talk about. I'm gonna have to give you guys a situation and then a bunch of like context for it to make sense. So the situation is you and all of your close friends, including animals and plants, were predetermined at the beginning of time, and you've always ended up together. Your physical form is the only thing that changes. We're gonna pull out some Bill Nye the Science Guy stuff here. Consider the following: Mr. Red was already in my life before he was a cat, as I was in his life before I was a human. At the beginning of time, Mr. Red and I were already close friends, and we always have been. We just constantly change form, but we still find a way to each other in the end until the cycle continues. Or what? What did I write here?
I got stroke.
Yeah, I did. Oh yeah, we just constantly change form, but we still find a way to each other in the end, and the cycle continues till the very end of time. How would something like this even be possible? I can add more context if you guys need stuff. You just have to ask me what you need.
It seems like a form of reincarnation, and I know people who believe in I don't know if Billy Carson believes in this, but like when people talk about like vibration stuff like that, and like how when when you start doing certain deeds, good or bad or whatever, you start having a certain like frequency or a certain vibration that attracts to other things and other people or whatever. Uh, you could theoretically have something like that happen when we talk about like reincarnation, or when we talk about something that's predetermined. You could have something that's predetermined to be attracted to this certain thing. So let's say like me and my best friend have always been best friends. We will always be best friends no matter what form we're
Yeah,
in.
yeah,
And
yeah.
that could be just based off of like if you believe in that stuff with like attraction and frequency and all that stuff, that you will eventually like your vibration or whatever will attract that same person or that same thing, that same being or the same essence to you every single time.
Yeah, so you're saying like your being gives off a certain hertz, like a frequency of we'll say 82 hertz is what your frequency is, and your best friend also is 82 hertz. And you guys just had to find where you match, and then other people around you are different hertz with their friends that have the same matching like frequency, and that's how you know who your friends are. It's like a magnetic attraction type deal.
Yeah, yeah. And if you were to replace like the magnetic with something that's like a little bit more like compatible, like the more compatible something is, or like you said, the hertz, like if you're 84 hertz, the other person's 84 hertz, you guys are gonna be have more of an attraction and a stronger attraction than someone who's maybe not as compatible or a little bit less than
Yeah,
that.
has a higher hertz or
But
lower
like,
hertz. Yeah.
yeah, like someone who's almost as equal to your hertz or whatever will be more consistent and more powerful in that attraction, if that makes sense. So you'll always see that thing or that being or whatever because you
Yeah,
guys are
yeah, yeah,
always
yeah, yeah.
attracted that way.
Hunter, what do you think?
I mean, I think a good way to think about it was the hurt. A good. The first thing that came off rip was my head was maybe like atoms. They're like bonded together,
Yeah, yeah,
and eventually they're just gonna find their way to line, be whatever.
yeah. How they connect to molecules.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of how I thought of.
And so, what was I gonna say? To add to this whole thing, the the reason I was thinking of this, um, was because of like when you're a kid, you have like stuffed animals and shit that you're like close with or whatever. But also animals that you grow up with. and you're like, man, I wish I had another dog like them or another cat like them, some shit like that. And then when you get older, you get another dog or another cat that resembles them or like makes you think of them. And I was like, man, what if it's like that? What if that's the same? That's why you think of them. Your brain just, I don't know, has some fucking connection to it.
I guess you could say that because we had Ozzy and Ozzy dipped out.
Yeah, and then we
somewhere,
got
and
Taz.
Taz, and they're like
Yeah.
practically the same cat.
Yeah, no crooked tail.
No crooked tail. Ozzy was definitely a little bit smarter, but you know.
What do you think the limit of close friends would be? So like, the limit to how many people would match your frequency if that's what we're gonna go off of.
Uh, I would assume it would be based off who you have. I would assume it would be who you have. What's the word I'm looking? Like access to in a way. Like if you are out here like a celebrity, you can attract a lot more people and a lot more.
Yeah, but those aren't your
volume of
close
people.
friends.
Yeah, but you can still get a closer friend, or more volume of close friends that way. Not saying that's a healthy way to do it, but
Yeah. No, I'm going off of like this. This is like a hard limit. Like this is the max amount any being can have.
so you're saying like is there a limit to how many like
Yeah, there's
genuine like best friends or that attraction?
yeah. There's a finite amount to that reincarnation thing.
I mean, if we're talking about that reincarnation, maybe I don't know. My question would be, why would there be a finite amount?
Because I don't know. Maybe it's just too hard to control an uncontrollable limit. Like it's like wealth, right? If you don't set a limit to the amount of money a country can have, it gets out of hand.
Yeah, but where it gets interesting is when we like if we're talking about like the whole attraction thing. Who's to say there's not more people out there that's just like that best friend or just like that favorite animal that you had? No, because to me that would be just more of like exposure and how many people or how many things you are going to experience
Yeah,
in that
that would
lifetime.
be it's easier for the people that are like your close friends,
Yeah,
like at the predetermined part. It's easier for them to find you if you're like a celebrity or something like
yeah.
that.
Or like if you're on fucking, I don't know, like if you always wanted a farm girl and you go on farmersonly.com or some shit,
Shout out.
you know, like you're more likely to find that match if you're doing that site than if you're going on like Grinder or going on Tinder or something like that. You know,
It's
like
hard to find a woman.
yeah, I know, right? A farmer girl on Grinder.
Oh shit. How, d- how do I explain this more? Or I guess to make more sense. So like we're gonna add. So we'll say the four of us in this room, plus Mr. Red and Lady, are part of
Or two cats. But
Mr. Red and Lady are two.
Yep. Yeah. uh, we're all close friends, or you guys are all my close friends, I should say. And when time started, which is however fucking long ago that we most likely don't even know, we were friends as whatever the first living thing is, so some sort of cell, and we found each other, um, that way, or whatever. We'll say I add Jamie to this list as well. And how do I word this better to make more sense? I'm trying to say that even if you're a celebrity or something, it doesn't change who your best friends are. It just means that you're able to find them a lot easier.
I mean, if you're Kanye,
Yeah.
that's kind of different. But you know,
What do you think the limit is, Hunter?
I don't.
My guess was 25.
25.
25.
I couldn't name you 25 people I'd save their life.
25.
Yeah, of close friends or close beings, I should say.
I don't-
That's
So, like,
specific
There's probably
number
not even 25
25.
people I'd call on my phone.
Yeah, like including like animals and plants, right?
Yeah, let's see.
Dude.
25.
Like we got Mr. Pleco over there in the
Okay.
corner. That's a
The
fish.
goddamn.
My question to you is why that number specific 25?
Why not 26
Why not 26?
or 24?
The-
Kobe.
So the reason I said 25 is because it was really hard for me to name 25.
What?
I was like, dude, who could I count as close friends? I was like, can I count up to 25 different things
You count
throughout my life?
25
Let's
different
preface
things.
this right. Me and Jonas are brothers. It was pre-assigned. It was pre-assigned.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Jonas didn't find me off the street. He told my mom to send me back. Okay,
True.
let's not forget this. He also told her to call me SpongeBob.
Ichiro, baby.
Ichiro. I don't know if there's a hard cap.
That's the whole thing. Why would there be a hard cap? Or why would there be a soft cap? Why would there be any cap?
I think it's just, we'll go all based off like simulation theory. It's just easier to code that way. Code it as a limit.
Shout out.
Maybe. I don't know. If you put limits on something, it could be even harder to code for it because now you have to actually like code for okay, everyone has to have at least or at most 25 things to
What is it, RNG though?
that's what I'm saying. Like if it's
Do
not
you have to code for RNG? Because what if want to use in fucking Europe and that are fucking I don't know. Russia never gets to fly a fucking.
So we'll get to that part where if somebody's in a different country or some shit, or maybe a different planet for that matter.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that.
You're shit out of luck. What if your best friend's like a star? Or
Fucking Elon Musk.
something? Yeah.
Yeah, star,
He's on
whole
Mars right
planet,
now.
our whole fucking sun.
Alex.
He's
He's a frog in the water.
He's gay.
He's gay.
Do you think this could explain why some people have a much stronger connection with animals or plants rather than human counterparts?
No.
That's trauma right there.
Yeah.
That's trauma right there.
I think some of it's trauma. I think some of it. I don't know. I think Disney fucks us up because Disney makes us believe that animals are this like
Yeah, they're not wild.
that they're not wild.
They're
I
sentient.
mean, they are
They're conscious. Like
Yeah.
that they're conscious like this, that they can. I mean, they can think, but they can't like think to the level that we think they are thinking.
they're not.
Like a lot of humans like to project on animals and what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like a dog could be sniffing. Oh, look, he's trying to find his way home. No, he's not. He's probably trying to find food or something.
Yeah, it's like fish in a fishbowl. Where he's a happy fish in his fishbowl, and that fish is like literally dying.
It's just going in circles.
Can't breathe. Fucking, there's no oxygen in the water anymore, and
Too acidic.
yeah, it's like humans do a lot of that. They do a lot of projecting. We try to find ourselves in a lot of things, whether that's art, whether that's like the environment, like wildlife or like nature or whatever. Like we always try to find ourselves in something else other than a human, which is really interesting. I mean, I do it all the time too, like with video games and stuff like that, or with, I mean, I like a nice little sunset, on the mountain or whatever. I think that's beautiful. But us as humans seem to attach to that stuff, project a lot of our emotions, feelings, trauma, and pain onto other things.
Yeah.
I also always find it weird when people put like shirts on dogs and stuff. Like,
Does we actively have a harness on a cat?
There's literally a harness on this cat.
yeah,
At least she's not spray painted like Pikachu or something.
Unless it's like for a medical thing. I'm like, I don't know if that dog would want that. I don't know. I know like our dog Adonis, like he like being hot. Like if he's a husky,
thick ass fur.
Yeah, he's got thick ass fur. So if we put like a coat on him or something like that, like he's gonna try to tear that shit off. Like he doesn't want that. He's the dog, the husky. He has feels differently than us. He likes being cold, while I like being hot. But yeah.
I could
It drives
freeze
me
it.
bad.
I forgot where we're going with that, to be honest. I forgot why I said all that.
Alright, you want me to go to the next part?
Yeah, sure.
So this next part actually goes back to what we were talking about. If somebody is like in another country from where you are, like one of your close friends, and you just don't know, um, it was would losing all of your health, aka dying in Minecraft by falling to your death, be because you don't like your physical form, or maybe you just can't find your close friend.
Are we talking about
I mean,
Damn
deleting
it.
yourself?
Yeah,
self-deletion?
the S word, that
Yes.
we're not supposed to say.
Hmm. I think that goes again back to I
Yeah,
don't.
but to us that's how we see it because this is like a theoretical thing.
Right. Okay.
So the
Well,
theory is that people do that
Yeah,
because they
they
can't find their connections.
yeah, because they can't find the frequency of their close friend. Or maybe they just don't like the form they are. Maybe they're a person
Tired of
and they're
having
like,
to
I want to be a cat or a
Terrorist.
dog or a shark or some shit. So they off themselves and then they become their thing and then they go back to finding their close friends.
So is the theory saying that they do that because of that reason, or is it saying this is theoretically like a deeper reason why people do?
Yeah, it's
If that makes
like a
sense.
deeper reason. It's why they could do it.
And the question is, wait, what's the question again?
I
Or is it just a scenario?
just I guess a scenario. Yeah,
I mean, like,
do you think it would be easier that way if people did it that way?
I guess, yeah, like it would make more sense of it.
Would it detract from actually
No, I think a lot more
committing
people.
it?
I think a lot. If that was real, a lot more people would commit
Yeah.
suicide. They'd be, oh, I don't like the way this. I don't like the way this aspect is in my life. I'm gonna fucking
Yeah,
RNG roll it again for next life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's a game of Baldur's Gate. You get to pick your own story.
yeah, and like the
Don't
thing
have
with animals
6 years.
is uh,
Yes.
animals don't really do that. They do it for survival reason. They don't realize that they're doing it.
They commit. They
Yeah,
they off themselves for survival.
so like a snake
Uh-huh.
gets wrapped around like a saw, it'll start attacking itself, not realizing that it's attacking itself, and it will kill itself.
So it's just confused. It's not necessarily like offing itself consciously.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
thinks it's like another
It
snake
thinks
or
there's
something.
something attacking
yeah.
it.
It's thinking
so
something is attacking it,
So it sees the
and the
closest target.
only heat register a snake can see is itself.
Oh,
So it
okay.
starts attacking itself because snakes like they don't really see. They use their tongue to see. They use a heat like recognition
Then why
thing.
have I?
Then why have I?
Dumbass.
Okay, here's an actual question. Would you getting into relationship be you checking a person's I put aura, but I'm gonna change it to frequency since we were already talking about
Keep it
that.
aura.
Okay. Oh, dude, I was no, say it. So it's you checking a person's aura to see if they're one of your close friends or just someone that closely resembles one of them. So if we're going frequency, our close friend's frequency is 84. This person's is 83. So they're really close, but they're not quite 84.
Oh, you check someone's aura or their frequency. Finger in the butt, nigga. Like, you gotta just do it.
Prostate exam.
Yep. Get
No
the
shit.
frequency. So what was the question?
Would you getting into relationships be you checking that person's like frequency or aura? So like say me dating Jamie was me checking to see if she's one of my close friends, and we only last like 2 months because I find out she's a 83 frequency, not an 84.
I feel like a lot of people kind of do that anyway nowadays. Different, where they're not checking for aura, they're checking for like compatibility.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to go with this. Do you think that's why
Like
you
you're
get into
testing
relationships?
Yeah.
What-
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't use that phrase though, but yeah.
What would you say?
Huh?
What would you say?
I would say like yeah,
Testing
people
for
get
aura.
testing for like compatibility and stuff like that. Not for frequency or
Yeah. This is based on the predetermined shit that we were predetermined from life.
also we're saying if that was real, would people
Yeah.
and like not just take chances? Oh well, I'm sorry, your frequency is 32 gigahertz. I can't be with you. Like, Kind of like the Black Mirror.
Yeah,
thing
but
when
it's like an unconscious thing. It's like you would have no idea that that's why you're doing what you're doing.
No,
It's like a background thing, right?
Something
Like
in the subconscious is working that lizard brain.
I guess then people do it. Yeah,
You-
I suppose. Like, I don't,
If it's something that's going on where it's just like something that's already just turned on in your brain, you have no control of it. Yeah, it's like breathing again. That's what it'd
but I
be.
feel like I feel like we'd get some type of YouTuber shit talking about it, and it'll be like one side will be the feminist, the other side will be like the Andrew Tate's. Like, if you never want to get a girl who's 32 gigahertz or lower, this shit, you want nothing but 50s and above, and she'll make you some good money. And then the girls, on the other hand, will be like, I don't want any dude that's making less than 60 gigahertz a year. Like that, you know? Like,
That's
you know, like,
crazy.
and
Definitely
this
go.
shit would just turn into that. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, you can only buy a cat or a dog that gives off this frequency.
this
Right.
frequency.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a 10
Pit bulls don't give it
gigahertz
off.
like difference. You don't get 10 gigahertz above or below yours. If too much, no, you can't.
That's crazy.
It's 11 gigahertz. Nope.
Turn
Bad.
straight up into the red pill community.
Yep. The red pill, yo.
Oh shit.
You want to be a high valued man. Be 60 gigahertz.
Yeah, you gotta work on it somehow, even though it's predetermined.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
shit. No, that's tough. You fucking started out at 15. I'm sorry, bud.
Sorry. Pay for my class. $20. 20
How to increase your gigahertz.
increase your
You get
gigahertz.
download gigahertz off the internet.
$20 a month, but you have to have 20 gigahertz to join.
Minimum.
Yeah, shit.
That's rough.
Who or what do you think you would have been in your previous form? So before you were a person, like what do you think you would have been? Or who, if you were still a person?
I always thought, like if we would go back in time, like past the slave era, because we all know what I would be. But
Oh, shit.
That's crazy.
But no, but like to like the medieval and stuff like that. I was like, I would be curious on like what I would be, and I'm gonna keep it a buck. I think a lot of people would be, oh, I would be a king. No, you would probably be what the most common person would be, and I would be like a farmer or something. I would keep it a buck. That's what most people would be, uneducated farmer.
Yeah, I'd be a shark.
You'd be a shark.
Yeah, like a hammerhead.
Uh huh.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what you're thinking. You
Yeah.
think they were alive back then?
What?
They've been alive for a
What
while,
are you
bro.
talking about?
When I was a kid, I had a birthmark on my chest that kind of like faded. It looked like a turtle, so I always used to think I was a turtle when I was a child. Or I think I said some kid in my class, this was like second grade, said, "Oh, it's probably because you got shot in your past life."
Oh yeah, dude.
Damn,
Yeah,
what the fuck?
damn, you got
I
JFK.
got
That's
JFK,
crazy.
dude.
Oh,
Shot
you're
right
talking
in the
about,
chest.
I thought
Yeah.
you were talking about like you're a turtle in your past life.
No.
And I was like, who the fuck's a turtle?
No, the
bro?
birthmark just looked like a child. Or a child, like a turtle.
I gotta rearrange this
I got you.
question. Okay.
But it was, so they were saying it was you getting shot
Yeah.
in the past life.
The random first grader. Was me getting. What
Yeah.
was it?
All right. So, what do you think determines what you'll be in each like reincarnation?
Reactions, maybe? I don't know.
Actually,
What is
yeah.
Diddy gonna be next? You know? About to be a dolphin?
Oh yeah, dude. No shit. Yeah, I didn't really know what to think of like what determines it. Yeah, maybe it's actions. Maybe it's what your already close friends are. Maybe it's like you have this many humans, you have this many animals, and this many plants. If one of the plants is going to turn into a human next, you can't. So you got to turn into a plant or an animal, some shit like that.
So it's kind of like the little block system on Mario Party. You know,
Yeah,
two,
yeah.
two people can't hit the same thing. You gotta get a different item.
Yeah, there's a limit to each like form, I should say.
I wouldn't want to be no plant. I'm not gonna lie.
You don't want to be a piranha plant?
With
I'd
my luck.
I'd rather be.
Yeah.
I think it's a, what is it? Not a Venus flytrap, but it's like one that eats bats. I don't remember what it's called. But it looks like a tube, and bats go in there to sleep, and then it just like consumes them.
Bat.
Yeah, it closes in on them. Yeah, and then puts a bunch of like acid and melts
A
them.
Venus flytrap?
No, it's like a Venus flytrap.
Oh.
I don't remember what it's called
That
though.
goddamn Wuhan
Bulbasaur.
lab, right? Dude. The Wuhan lab.
Oh shit. What kind of dinosaur do you think you guys were?
Fuck.
Because we were dinosaurs at one point, right? This is at the beginning of
Fuck.
time.
We were dinosaurs. Or we're talking about the reincarnation.
Yeah, this whole thing is reincarnation.
Okay.
What's the first one that came up on land?
Oh shit, I don't remember.
The motherfucker.
No, it wasn't a Tyrannosaurus
The
Rex.
motherfucker came up on land and said, "You know what I'm saying?"
He said it's hot up
He
here,
said, "I gotta go back.
and then he
I don't
came
got
back
legs
up.
yet."
I don't know.
I was thinking pterodactyl for me.
I don't even know. To be honest, I don't even know that many.
Don't you think you'd be the
dinosaurs.
sickest shit? Pterodactyl, hammerhead shark. You can't be the sickest shit 3 times in a row.
Megalodon, whatever that thing.
Oh yeah, the shark. Yeah, megalodon.
No, to be honest, I think people sleep on this animal, and I think it's actually really OP. Because I've recently learned I don't think they actually die like naturally, but I think like I can't remember if it was an alligator or a crocodile. It was one of those. But like,
Yeah, they're both a type of reptile. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't. Which one's the bigger one? Is
The crocodile.
crocodile? Yeah,
Yeah,
the crocodile.
yeah, the saltwater crocodile.
They apparently, someone should like check me on this, but like they apparently don't die like naturally. Like I think
They have a really
diseases.
strong thing against cancer. Yeah.
Yeah, but like they just don't die, and like they really have nothing that hunts them. I mean, they
Except
have like
for themselves.
Yeah, themselves. Maybe certain like feline animals like a leopard or whatever, but like. Yeah, they just fucking chill in the water.
Yeah, they're pretty OP.
And anything that goes in there that tries to drink, they just
I don't
kill
remember what the crocodile was as a dinosaur.
Like a hippo.
What was funny is when Jamie and I were talking about the different types of dinosaurs, we were trying to figure out what Mr. Red was. And I think the one that we said for Mr. Red is what turned into the crocodiles. I don't remember what the hell it's called though. It was an M. I don't feel like looking it up. No, what do you think you were, Hunter? Kind of dinosaur? Do you know a lot of dinosaurs?
Was Triceratops? Fuck it.
Oh yeah,
Triceratops.
Fuck yeah. Do you think traits from previous forms have stayed and continued to help like shape who or what you are?
Your dinosaurs should keep eating.
Yeah, bro. That motherfucker had an endless supply. Possibly. Like, do you mean like characteristic traits or like physical traits?
Characteristics. It could be any, but I'm thinking like characteristic or like mental traits, right? Like I thought I was a pterodactyl and a shark, right? Those are really aggressive animals. And I'm not an aggressive person.
I must have been some skittish ass fucking feral cat or something. Some paranoid shit.
Yeah, but I have I like adrenaline a lot, right? Like I'm about to have an 1100 horsepower Mustang, right? Because I want to drive fast. And sharks.
He was a cheetah.
He had no stamina though.
He was a cheetah. He's the original puma.
No, he's an ostrich. Definitely.
Yeah, he was an ostrich. Yeah, you were
long ass legs.
You're not no fucking shark. Nigga.
A flightless bird.
You were no fucking shark, nigga. You like the wind in your face, dog. You were a fucking hyena, nigga. You were a cheetah, nigga. You were hauling ass on land. That's what you were.
Oh shit.
You were a horse. That's what you were. You were a Mustang, nigga.
Oh shit.
Live up to your name, dog.
Oh god.
There's so much of a horse, you don't even have a Mustang.
Yeah.
That's the car you own.
Shit. God damn. What are you guys' answers on?
Wait, what am I answering now?
Do you think the traits from previous forms like stay with you, like from reincarnation?
If it stays with you, does that mean it changes your frequency?
Also? No, the frequency stays, but So
if I was, I don't know, a prey animal, let's say, I don't know, like a gerbil or something like that, and I was like always scared of like getting killed.
Yeah,
and
yeah. We go to your next.
Now that trait kind of carried over to her. Like now I'm just paranoid.
No, you just have a lot of anxiety.
Isn't that like a very like major change from my previous life before I was a gerbil? Pre-gerbil life.
Pre-gerbil.
I mean, yeah, but you could have gotten it from being a gerbil.
Yeah, but now that I have it from being a gerbil,
yeah, it stays with you now.
Affect my compatibility with other things, or is it not going to change my frequency?
No, your frequency stays the same.
But what if my best friend now, or my best object, or whatever, hates anxious things?
That'd be really weird.
It'd be really
But they had
bad.
to deal with that shit because it was predetermined. It was already determined. It doesn't matter.
So
No matter what.
no matter what happens, me and my partner, you know what I'm saying? I don't like one-legged people. This dude so happens to have one-legged. It was already predetermined.
Yeah, it's tough. That's
I could
tough
just,
for you,
I could
dude.
just
luck.
not like him the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And that's
That
just
motherfucker follows you around.
he just
He
follows
gonna
me
be there.
around.
Yep.
One leg,
Yep.
still hopping around.
Yeah,
You gonna hear
that's the
him
trait he keeps.
like a pogo
He goes
stick.
to some fucking, goes to be a lizard. He loses fucking. He's only got 3
He's
legs.
only got 3 legs.
You
He's
see
a
that
horse
motherfucker
with
again, you're like,
fucking-
God damn it.
I was hoping you were gonna find me this fucking life.
I mean, all I know is some traits that I have are definitely from TBI, traumatic brain injuries. But you know,
Oh shit. How do you think this would affect religion? Like the whole, like reincarnation, and you and your friends were predetermined.
I think there's no like Buddhist belief, not necessarily like that things are predetermined, but I think they believe in reincarnation until you reach nirvana. Actually, that might be Hindu.
I think
I
that's
lied.
Hindu.
It is Hindu, where you keep living
Yeah, and until you get there, yeah.
lives. Yeah, and I don't know if you start off as like a fly or whatever, work your way up, and then once you get like a
Course.
human or something like that, you then have to like live a perfect life or whatever, and then you reach nirvana. From that.
I think that is like a solo thing. Like it's based on a personal like aspect of that, and this is a group aspect. How do I word this better? Like that religion is based on you and you only. It doesn't include you and your friends. And this that we're talking about does include you and your friends.
Always and forever,
Ye-
you guys are forever linked. It's
Yeah.
endless cycle of
Yep.
attraction.
Yeah.
It's like a black hole.
Stuck in a loop. I don't know. It sounds depressing to be honest.
Like, what do you think? Like people that believe in God and stuff, right? Like, how do you think this would affect them if they were to figure out that this was a real thing? If it was,
God would be one of their life partners.
God would be one
yeah,
of,
this is a close
God would-
friend.
Yeah, God would be one of your life partners. I don't know. Like everything was just reincarnated. They'd be like, all right, well, this kind of doesn't matter. Life don't really matter.
Yeah, I'd go back to that. Yeah,
Yeah.
it not mattering. Yeah,
You know, offer yourself.
see what I
comes up
roll
next.
next.
Yeah, see
Yeah.
what I roll next. See what I take from this life. Take anxiety again.
Oh shit!
Worst RNG right there.
Oh my god.
10 times worse.
What do you guys think determines a close friend?
Talking about like in general or just like
What a question.
good question. I don't know. I think race has a lot to do with it.
That's crazy.
Actually, I think it's the sole factor right there. Is right.
That's nuts. No, I was thinking it was
I
how
can't-
well you connect with that thing, whether it be a person, a plant,
That
or an
race?
animal. Yeah, that race. That's crazy.
I don't know how I'm
That's
supposed to
crazy.
build off
So
of
could you
that.
connect? Could you connect to a tree that well?
Yeah, people have, right?
Yeah, but like, does it have to reciprocate that as well, or
No.
I mean, you seen that guy fucking his car in that one show on
Yeah.
TLC, right?
What?
Yeah.
Dude, it was crazy. He was fucking his car.
Yeah, he was
They
like
showed-
madly in love with his
yeah.
car. He would
They
like
showed
make out with it. And
Yeah, he was
shit.
Did he, like,
behind.
fuck
He
the
was on the
exhaust pipe?
bumper, and he was dry
Yeah,
humping
like
the
two
exhaust
potatoes
pipe.
together in the exhaust pipe.
Yeah.
and just
That's
fucking-
crazy.
He
I was
grabbed
just
the,
watching
he grabbed
the
the
video. that
Eagles
had that in
cup and put it in the
The Eagles Cup won the championship and shit.
it. Oh my
Fuck,
god, that's that ain't right, dude. You fucking right. That is not right.
Norman still has it. It's locked up.
No,
It's
no.
locked up somewhere in a dark
It's
fucking
in a
room.
golden case.
Oh my god.
It's like Indiana Jones
Yeah, he
when he
did
goes into that fucking cave
He
and does
did that
the.
shit when they won. He said, "Fuck," fucking went off.
Oh my
he, just
god.
went off. He just went off.
We just got derailed really
Yeah, we
fast.
did. Yeah, we
Just
did.
went straight off the fucking edge, dude.
Cock and balls.
Oh shit. Okay, we're gonna move on from that fucking. Can some of your close friends have different close friends?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you'd think. Yeah.
Yeah, like so if we're going based off the frequency thing,
You know
right?
what? No, they won't. You wanna know why? Because our lives revolve around our free. Why are you laughing?
Because I was just surprised at how serious you got.
Our lives revolve around our relationship
The
and
frequency, right?
our frequency, and that's all it revolves around. So no.
So yeah, you're saying the frequency is
Yep.
just fixed.
Yep.
And because
You're
it's
attracted
fixed,
to me, I'm attracted to you.
exactly.
And there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. No other relationships outside of us.
Yeah.
If there
Right,
is,
true,
they're
true.
very, very,
Yeah, they're not close enough.
they're not close, really small.
Yeah, yeah.
They could disappear. You wouldn't.
Like Hunter's best friend, he's actually not a part of the close friends club, even in his life.
Yep. Do you even have a best friend? I don't know.
Yeah, he does.
His frequency is low. He's low vibration.
He's a low value male.
He's a low value male.
He's a low gigahertz man.
Yeah.
That nigga's rocking 12 gigahertz. I
Oh,
can't rock
shit.
with that.
Oh shit! What do you think, Hunter?
You know, I think it's possible, but we're talking about a situation that's theoretical.
That's
So
theoretical.
it's hard for me to talk about it, but like you would think it would be fixed, like the number's fixed no matter what. So you would think, yeah, it would either be compatible or they're not part of the close friend group.
25. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not in that 25.
Yeah,
they
they're
don't
not within the
have-
25. Yeah.
You would think, but
That's anything too, by the way. That's tree, plants.
Yeah, that
the
you're
shape of a
connected to.
cloud.
the shape of a
Like,
The
cloud.
shape of a cloud. The shape of a cloud has
If
You
you
see a
Yeah.
cloud roll by, oh my god.
If you get beat out by a fly, or
Get
some
it
shit,
outta
that's a
here.
L, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah. You would think it'd be a fixed number because there's some people that you're friends with that
Oh,
I don't.
yeah.
There's some people that like I wouldn't consider like friends at work or like coworker friends.
Yeah. But that spider
That
you didn't
if
kill
I-
last week though, and you let him out, made it.
Made
He
it,
made that 25.
made it. But like
Oh god.
if I brought them into this group, I don't.
They wouldn't fit, right?
Nah, it wouldn't work. Because
Yeah.
I say minorly like work appropriate outlandish that you can say in a medical setting. What we say, what we say in this
The
setting,
gluteus
definitely wouldn't.
maximus.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, so
Them-
what you're saying is there's like a difference. There's like your true close friends, which is like you
Yeah.
guys can be you guys' selves. Like you can be as open as possible, say the
Yeah.
most wild shit.
Yeah.
And then there's like a separate close friends thing that's like just like a distance of that.
Yeah.
And it's like coworkers or just other people
Yeah.
that are like you can tell them most of the stuff or talk about most of the stuff with them, but not everything. Like you couldn't bring them in with your close friends to see if they're compatible.
Yeah, no.
I get that.
Yeah, it's like the people who are like Klansmen behind like closed doors and shit. That's the people I want to get to know. I'm like, damn, this is how you really roll.
Oh,
Make
shit.
it vibrate at 25,
Yeah, they vibrate 25.
Right in that
this is why we
25 group
can't
right
be
there.
compatible. I got
high value male, right?
you. I value male.
This did not go as well as I thought. Mainly because I did not know how to word this to make any sense at all. It was literally just something I had thought about while
This is about to be the
driving.
shortest episode ever.
It's a very
It
hard
is.
like concept to grasp because it's like it has to do with like
There's so many variables to it,
yeah.
and yeah, that's why I was like, man, I don't know what to put for this episode because it's just there's so many variables that you have to think about, and it's like it's a lot of processing, right? Not everyone's
Yeah, it's hard to get like a good grasp on it because I mean the closest thing I've heard of something like that is like
Mr. Red, right? Is in my close friends, right? Because I like Mr. Red. He's real cool. And we had a cat when we were younger named Vader.
Vader.
Yeah, Vader,
Okay.
like Darth Vader.
He's
So-
black.
Another black cat, yeah. And I liked Vader a lot. Well, Vader had died, and my assumption is he got reincarnated into Mr. Red, and that's how he made his
Took
way
a
back
long ass time to get himself back.
to here.
Vader died when I was a fucking baby.
Yeah.
He probably died twice.
Yeah, well, yeah.
died in
What
between.
happened is he like woke up in London as a baby, grew up just a little bit, realized he's like, man, I can't find my people, and then just offed himself, and then became a cat again. And then
Why
now he's
London?
finding
Yeah,
his
but
way
why
here.
Why
London
London?
out of all the places?
Gotten fucking.
Well, because
acid
they're not allowed
attack.
to have guns, right?
So they have cats.
They got- They don't have cats. What would have been really messed up if you said like Vietnam.
Vietnam, yeah, like,
Vietnam.
cats and shit.
Ah, shit.
Just came out the womb and then on someone else's dinner plate.
Oh,
This is fucked up.
Who do you think you guys would have been in World War II? Like somebody bad or somebody good? Either
Where
like Anne
we
Frank
would've
type of
been?
deal? Yeah, like what side do you think
World
you'd
War
be on?
II, I would have been fighting for the Allies for freedom and then come back and still get fucked in the ass. That's what I would be. I'll be getting my dick sucked by these French women telling me, "Thank you for saving me. Can I get a chocolate bar?" Absolutely. And then I give them a chocolate
Snickers.
bar, you know? And I'm getting treated like a king over here in Europe. And then I go back to America and they're like, "No, you can't drink out of that fountain." Like, wow.
That's crazy.
That's crazy, right? Go from getting my dick sucked for a chocolate bar for a Hershey Kiss, nigga, and I can't even drink out of a water fountain, bro. And I defended this country. Ain't that some crazy shit?
I don't know where I would have been.
And now women are saying like they can say no and shit because they're working.
Now they- Oh my
fuck.
god.
Oh,
You
They
gotta
can
understand,
say no.
This is 1940 America, bro. Women were not saying no back then until they start getting them jobs. They're like, nah, nigga, like we want high value men now. Like that's where that shit came from.
Oh,
Some of these-
shit.
Some of these women regret it now. They're like,
Yeah.
I hate those bitches from back then.
Over here
I don't
with
wanna
a blown
work.
off shoulder and shit, and I'm just trying to get my dick sucked. And she's saying no, like the fuck. No,
Jesus Christ.
no, we don't do all that.
What about you, Hunter? Where do you think you would have been in World War II? What
In
side?
World War II, what side?
Allies or
Germany?
Axis?
Why so fucking-
Aren't you guys German?
We have some very
It'd be
little.
very
We're
little.
mainly Swedish.
Where's Swedish? Where's Swedish at? Where are they
Above
doing?
that.
Way up north.
Were they fighting? They get invaded?
Fuck no,
they're
dude. They
pussies.
were hiding
They're hiding in their Volvos.
in the snow in their
In the
igloos.
snow, yeah, in their igloos.
Didn't a lot of people get drafted into the World War II?
Yeah, that's why the draft became a thing.
Yeah, but no.
I'm pretty sure I'd have been in Axis for sure.
Why do you want to be everything that's angry?
Because that's how I feel, you know.
That's how you feel?
Jonas feels like Darth Vader on me.
True. Yeah, that's how I breathe too.
That's how you breed?
Breathe.
Yeah,
Oh,
he breathes like
that's
Darth
like
Vader
breed.
too. That's how he chooses his women with anger.
No, yeah, with anger.
I hate
shit.
that bitch. Give me her.
I don't think you'd be on the Axis side. I'll be honest. I think you'd be on the American side, the Allied side.
You'd be some fucking
Maybe
flamethrower.
that's why I like
You'd be-
Wolfenstein,
You'd be
right?
You would be
wielding
like-
a flamethrower.
You would be like, we're gonna get these fuckers, and we're gonna fight the fucking what is it, the Tiger tanks or whatever? When you have
Oh,
like,
yeah.
a Sherman tank, like you
Yeah.
would be that.
A1
shit.
Abrams type
You
shit.
would be like, this shit's fucking hard, nigga.
Hell yeah.
When you're coming in there, you're like, get the fuck down, boom. And then you would want the like suicide mission. Like what was it? I think I don't know if it was even a true story, but I think didn't like the Allied like make a deal with like some prisoners to go in and like sabotage like the Germans, shit like that.
Possibly. I have no idea.
I can't remember if that was a real story. I think they made a movie about it. I don't know if it was real. I'll be honest.
Inglorious.
Well, because it was that it wasn't a glorious, but like Henry Cavill was in it. But then I think Battlefield also had a story that was like that. Battlefield's like supposedly
Yeah,
like historically accurate.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's real, but I don't quote me.
I'd hope I'd be part of the Allies, but you never did.
Right.
I'd hope I was on the right side. Yeah.
Some of the Germans that were American went back to Germany and fought in the war on Germany's side
Yep.
Why?
in the motherland.
Why?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're crazy, dude.
Oh.
What do you guys think you're gonna be in your next life?
Hopefully
Is
not.
it going to
No,
be in the
pers-
future, or is it going to be like just in a random point in time?
I'm talking about I go in the room right now, grab the fucking AR and just shoot you right now and you die, right?
Okay.
You get
Instantly
reincarnated in your
transferred?
next thing. What are you gonna be? You're gonna be a person, a fucking animal, plant?
What would you hope to be?
Yeah, that too.
I would hope to be fucking, I don't know, a rich person. I don't know.
You
Someone,
get
someone
born into wealth?
a rich family?
born to wealth, throw
Elon
Diddy
Musk.
parties, nigga. All day. Nothing but Diddy's. Diddy's and
That's
butt
crazy.
deep, nigga. Carl Winslow. That's what I'm gonna turn into.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Turn to Michael Jackson.
I wouldn't want to be a plant.
Why
Definitely.
not a plant? What's your issue with plants? Trees apparently live forever as long as they don't die from disease or get burnt down.
Yeah, I don't want to be a tree.
Why? They're free. if you
They're
could be
locked into the ground.
if you could be a thick, strong tree in the wilderness where no one's
I
about
would
to
be.
Yeah, like a redwood.
like a redwood, like bro, no one's gonna fuck with you. You know how long it takes
Some
for
fucker from San
civilization?
Francisco is gonna be like, oh, look at that. I don't want to hear
San
that shit.
Francisco's gonna cut.
And then they're gonna cut a path through my fucking trunk and be like,
Yeah,
let's
they will.
drive through it.
Yeah,
The squirrel and shit.
Fucking feel
Climbing.
terrible for that tree that people be driving through.
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, no. You know, I'd hope to be born somewhere with clean water. I hope to roll another 6 and get lucky again. You know?
You
You know?
born in America.
Yeah. Bro.
Or if you're born somewhere like Brazil,
I mean, I'm sure you'd figure it out.
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
like somewhere in Mexico where the cartel head. Like your family's just ran through by the cartel. They just come to your village and fuck whoever they want.
I would have to hope they put Biden back. It's the only way I'm getting across the border there.
All you gotta do is just have like a newborn baby or like a baby of any kind, and then just come over and like boom.
They're trying to provoke that. I think it got denied.
Yeah.
Cross the border, end up seeing Dr. Phil like that one dude did. Where are you from?
Oh, Dr. Phil?
Yeah, dude, did you not see that? Dr. Phil was interviewing this guy getting arrested by ICE.
Oh shit! Yeah, I seen that.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
They were asking celebrities to come in and interview him. That's why.
Where are you from? I'm from Houston. Where are you from originally? Venezuela. Some shit like that.
That's great. I'd be a fish.
You'd be what kind of?
I don't know yet.
Don't piss
What's
me
with
off.
you and like
Don't piss me off with this answer.
Underwater animals.
I'd be a lionfish.
No, I don't want to get fucking killed by whales.
You'd be a clownfish.
You'd be
Nemo! I was
I
watching
don't know.
Finding Dory the other day. That movie fucking.
They live in an enemy.
Yeah, an enemy.
An enemy.
But yeah,
Yep.
what's with you and like animals? Like, why do you want to come back as like a sea shark or whatever, hammerhead shark?
Because they're cool.
That's it.
You're free, dude.
You're free.
Jonas wants to be born as
You
a
know how much
Z06
death
hero.
is in the ocean?
Well, you know how many animals are in the ocean?
That's what I'm saying. You know how much death is in there?
Yeah, that's fine. Dude.
You wanna be
If
one
you
of-
bleed next to a shark, you're dead.
No, they're not like that.
Bro,
dude.
you're
They're not
dead.
like that,
You don't
dude.
have to bleed next to him. You could bleed miles away from
Jonas,
him. And he'll still
would
kill
you want to be one of those little fishes that follow the shark's fucking cock around?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
Their
those
scraps?
fucking
You want to be
things.
one of those?
Yeah, until you get swept away and swallowed by a
Why
whale.
have to
A
be
whale
assault?
catches you off
A
guard.
whale catches you.
Fucking
I
catches
just
you
not seeing
away
Finding
from your
Nemo.
shark.
That shit's scary.
Trying to be an anglerfish, you know that shit?
An
An
anglerfish. What's
anglerfish.
that big ass
Is
fucking?
that the one
like,
with the fucking
tuna
That's
fish?
the,
the
that's,
the
no,
dangler?
you know,
The dangler.
Finding Nemo, that big ass. They're like swimming in deep water with the light.
Oh
You're
yeah,
like, what is
yeah,
that?
yeah.
And it's that big ass fucking fish.
Yeah.
That's what an anglerfish is. It's
A
a
big
fucking big ass thing. A little light.
Do they have prey? Or do they have predator?
Not really, not down there.
No, they're too big.
What the-
Octopus, maybe?
I was just about to say that.
Yeah,
big ass,
maybe
like,
an
Big-
octopus.
The giant
Yeah.
octopus.
Just,
Yeah,
like
like
grabs
Kraken.
you up. Yeah, that like
Kraken.
grabs you up and then fucking it just crawls up.
I'll be a blue ringed octopus.
Blue ringed octopus. Aren't those the poisonous ones?
Yeah, those will fuck you, and they're really, really smart.
I'd
How
want to
Really
be.
smart.
How are they poisonous?
Well, shit on their skin.
Oh, so if you touch them, you die.
Whatever they
Yeah, that's what
excrete.
makes them poisonous.
I guess so.
I'd want to be an animal they don't keep at SeaWorld. Something not fun. You know?
Oh,
I
shit.
feel like
Not a
dolphin, To
stingray.
be honest, I feel like a dolphin would be the most like probably the best thing to
The dolphin women can't say no to you.
True.
dolphin. They just fuck.
Dude, the dolphins be raping.
They do.
They be throwing diddy
I
parties.
actually heard this thing about female dolphins. What they'll do is just let a whole bunch of males fuck them
Yeah.
because it's similar to like a lion. Like if a male lion like takes over a pack, it will kill all the cubs, especially if they know it's not his. For the dolphins, it's the same thing. Where if a female mates with one dolphin and another dolphin comes and she has babies and he knows that it's not his, he'll kill the baby dolphin. So to get her to think, or to get all the males to think that it's their kid, she'll just have sex with everyone, so no one knows who the dad is. They just think that it's their
Oh
kid.
yeah.
So it kind of like protects her and protects the baby.
That's fucking.
I was
wild.
like, that's fucking crazy.
I used to work with a woman like
What?
this. Lady had, I think she had 4 kids,
Order from baby dad.
and she was pregnant, and she had 5 babies because she was pregnant with the other one.
That's fucking
Ellie was
crazy.
collecting rings, bro.
Collecting rings.
Collecting children.
Like
Crazy.
checks. She was doing
Yeah,
collecting child support.
tax return crazy.
She wasn't married to him. She was married to the government.
All right, we're gonna ask the final question here because this episode just went so far off the rails.
We still made it to 50 minutes.
What is the likelihood of this being real?
0.
Yeah, my 0. It's very
Zero.
very unlikely something like
I
this would happen.
You know,
Simulation theory would be better than this, to be honest.
yeah.
It'll make more sense.
I'm under the impression if an idea, like a thought, comes up, like a theory comes up,
Like
there's always a
woman.
possibility it could be real. This one, I'm feeling 0.
Yeah, this one. Well,
This one,
yeah,
I'm feeling fat 0.
I literally thought about this while driving somewhere.
This man was.
It's like the last Thursday theory.
Oh yeah, Thursdayism. Yeah, that shit's crazy too.
That shit's fake.
Yeah,
Yes, that is. You fucking stuff fake. Oh, what if it was last Thursday? I'm like, okay, write something in a book, open it tomorrow. Then what? What then?
I
How
don't
do you know?
shit. All right. What's your guys' advice today?
know. If you say milk, fuck you, say it right. That's a special shout out to someone I know.
Say milk or milk.
Just say milk, and if you say milk, you
Milk.
say you put an E in that motherfucker.
Oh,
fuck
you're saying
you.
milk?
Milk.
Good old milk, dude.
Good old milk.
Milk.
What do you put
Milk?
in your cereal? Milk, you fucking bitch.
MILK.
How do you say milkshake? If you say milkshake and you don't say milkshake, fuck you.
Milkshake.
Oh yeah, milkshake, dude.
Fucking,
What about theater? Do you say theater or theater? I can't even say the other way.
fucking
What's
theater.
what's the other way?
Fucking
Is it
Theater?
theater or
Theater? I
Oh
work
yeah.
at a movie
wait,
theater.
Yeah. Fucking what
Movie
is that?
theater.
Hang on.
Theater. What's the other way to say
I
it?
don't remember.
Theater? I don't know. Fucking know
Theater.
some
Theater.
theater. What are we talking?
Theater. Because there's like theater and then like theater. There's some shit. I can't remember.
If you're a fucking
He drives his Chevrolet.
movie
Theater.
Nah.
I can't pronounce the other one. Theater. Theater.
Well,
Theater.
if you know what we're talking
Theater.
about, comment.
Yeah, if you know what we're talking about, let us know. Cause
Yeah, comment the
Put it in the-
pronunciation of the actual.
How do you pronounce milk?
How do
put
you
in the
pronounce milk and how do you pronounce theater?
Yeah.
How
Is
do you
it
pronounce-
T-H-E? Is it Theater or is it T-H-A-T-R-E?
Don't give us no tomato. Fuck you.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, guys. Bye bye.
Deuce.
Laters.